What is up? We are doing our second backtesting session with Tradeful. I'm going to restart because I want to try something new and just show you guys the breakdown. But what we're going to do is go to, obviously you can see this is Tradeful, use the session selector in the header to get started. We're going to create a session. We're going to call this data sample of 100. We're going to start with a 50,000 account balance. We're going to start with NASDAQ. That's really what we're going to be, only thing we're going to be trading. We're going to go from 2021 or 2022. We'll do 2021. We'll do the month of March. And the end date, oh, did that not just save? Oh, it's because I fucked that up. We'll do start of March 2021. We'll start on that Monday. The end date, we'll do all the way to December of 2021. So we're going to be able to get a lot of price action in trades. So we're going to go all the way to the month of December 30th. Actually, we'll do December 19th. That will be our last day. Trading strategy, MEC PDI. This will be it. So now, after creating it, data sample of 100 plus trades, we have 171,754 days left. Time left in session, average trade duration, total time back tested, historical data played. So we're going to start with all this, and like I said, trading calendar will show you everything. So we're going to go right into this. We're going to select data sample of 100 plus trades. Don't know how long I want this video to do. I think I'm going to go till 10:30, but we'll see. And get rid of the volume indicator, so I don't use that shit. Alright, this is beautiful. We can go into that. Let's go into the daily first. What are we reacting off of? Well, we had a daily imbalance resting right here that we did come and tap into, and we are rejecting off of. I said March, right? Yeah, February, March. So we have that daily that we are reacting off of. I don't think we want to come back into. We have that buy side liquidity, which is resting up here. That daily buy side liquidity, which might be the move. What else resting above? We have the tiniest 4-hour imbalance resting right here. We have a 4-hour imbalance resting right here. See what price wants to do off of this. So my goal for this is through month, and obviously this is I wasn't trading this time, so I don't know what price action was like. We're just going to give it a try. But from March all the way till December, or even March all the way till like summer, right? Even like off of 100 trades, the goal is for me is to have above a 60% win rate with a 1-to-1. Not holding to drawn liquidities, strictly 1-to-1s. Maybe 1-to-2s, right? But just take those 1-to-1s, walk away with them. And my goal with that is like, obviously I have a drawn liquidity and where I want price to go, but I'm trying to hold just to get a piece of my pie. You don't need the whole thing. And I want to be able to have a win rate of 60% with a 1-to-1. 60 to 70%. 70% would be great. But 60 to 70% of a 1-to-1 risk to reward, that's great. And over maybe 100 to 200 trades, we can actually get that to insane amounts. So that's just the goal for me right now as I am doing all of this. I'm going to be super accountable with this. Obviously show you the trades that I do take. Maybe there's times where I don't record a session, but the nice thing is I have the calendar on here, which will tell you exactly how many trades I did take, which ones are winners, which ones were losers, and the goal from this is just to improve. And if you like this series and you want to keep learning, I highly suggest doing this on your own, with your own strategy, your own model. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you exactly how to trade my model. I'm not going to tell you why you should trade my model, because personally, it might not work for you. Right, but one thing I've noticed is people tend to overcomplicate things. I talked about this in yesterday's video, where how I used to trade super mechanically and I was super strict, and it made me need certainty in the market. I noticed that a lot of anxious people, like, they need certainty in their life, and when they have uncertainty, they immediately get anxious. And when trading, if you have that, once you're anxious, you're tilted. Now your emotions are involved. So you need to be aware of that and be able to perform in uncertain environments, because that's all trading is. That's all the market offers is uncertainty. There is no certainty. You could do everything right and still lose. So it's being able to perform in that, and just like even when we take these losses on this account, we're not worried about the P&L. We're more worried about just learning about what price did. And I'm not going to be journaling this, writing this down, because it's not my live trading, right? But it's just being able to see this over time, and even over the next, I want to finish this in the next 3 months, but being able to do this will be great, because I think that's all the backtesting I would ever need. I might just start doing them every Sunday, just do 1 month of backtesting. That would be really sick if I could do every Sunday, just do 1 month of backtesting. So we could do, and this is what Ronan's doing, but let's say once I finish this, it's February, March. Let's say it's around March or April. Then going into July, June, all those times, right? Every time before the new month starts, on a Sunday, ideally, I would like to spend at least 2 to 3 hours of going through one single month of trading. Maybe it's a 40-minute video, maybe it's a 1-hour video, depending on how much I yap. But being able to do that through, let's say, all right, June, we're going to do the month of 2021 of June. The month of 2022, at this point I already have it done, but the month of, for, let's say, 2022 June, or 2023 June, 2024 June, and then 2025 June, and just trying to take it all in. That's really the focus as of right now. We'd actually would have buy-side liquidity resting right here. I think we want to go and tap into. We have 1 hour imbalance resting here. We have 1 hour sell side. Up candle, down candle, up candle, down candle. Actually, that'd be sell side. We have 1 hour imbalance resting in between here as well. Ideally, I'd like to see a pullback into this 1 hour and the 2 hour. So we're going to be patient, very selective, and just wait for a key level to be tapped into. Move this all the way up to here. Now we can be patient. The goal is to take one trade a day from 8:30 to 10 o'clock, and if we don't see a trade that day, then we skip it that day and we move on to the next. We're not going to trade, and we only trade New York AM. I'd like to see a sweep of something. Market opens, we're just consolidating. This might have just been a no news Monday personally. What did ES sweep it out? There we go. Oh fuck, I fucked this up. Okay, let's go back to the 1 hour. I forgot I have to do this. Alright, we need to jump to New York open. There we go. Okay. I was wondering why it was so choppy. Now we have... Alright, now we have some news. So, I was wondering why it was so choppy. We have buy-side liquidity resting all the way up here. We have another buy-side liquidity, which is resting right here. That's another 1 hour. It's 1 hour, 2 hour. We inverse this 2 hour for value gap, but we're inside this 4 hour for value gap right now, which I'm assuming we might want to push higher to come into what? This 4 hour up here, or this high up here, or this daily fair value gap that we did tap into and reject off of. Now I'm thinking we sweep buy side and we actually want to push lower potentially for these imbalances resting in between here, is what I'm assuming. That's my assumption. Nothing to really go off of for 4 hour and the 1 hour, so we're just going to be patient. 30-minute, there is a 30-minute imbalance resting right here, but I'm going to probably wait for that sweep. So we're going to go to the 15-minute, we're going to let price move up a little. We go to the 5 minute. Market is open now. We're getting some barcode price action. Don't like this at all. There we go. Now we have swept something. 10:15, 9:15 a.m. it would be. We just swept out these draws on liquidity resting here. Higher time frame. We do have this high up here, which I don't think we want to go and get. We do have a 30-minute imbalance right here in the 1 hour. There's no imbalances to look into, so we have this high we could go for, which I don't think we want to go for on the 1 hour resting lower. Because I think now we make that reversal potentially, but is there anything for price to go off of to the right of us? 30-minute imbalance? Not that I'm seeing them. We're going to want to look for. We might just continue higher. Is there a 15-minute imbalance? No, we do have a low here. Let's go to the 5 minute. Low right here. Low here. Low here. I do think if we could inverse this 5 minute. No, we're just pushing higher and higher. This would be a no trade day for me. Market opens right around here. We consolidate. We're just pushing higher and higher. Continuation, but there's no pullback where we can catch this continuation, so that would be a no trade day. Jump to the next New York market open. What do? We do come higher to take out this high. Then we get our pullback into this 1 hour. See what price wants to do from there. I'm assuming we're going for this drawn liquidity, resting higher. So this would be what we consider a 1 hour gap. So we get that pullback in this 1 hour gap, we're respecting it. So what we be considering a protected low. We do have a high up here, which I think we could definitely go out and get. That's what I think we're going to go to. Nothing else to really look at on the 1 hour. What about the 2 hour? We do have a 2 hour imbalance resting right here. See what price wants to do from there. 2 hour. And then the 4 hour time frame. Nothing to notice on the 4 hour time frame except 4 hour buy side liquidity. And the 4 hour gap that's resting in between here that we might want to go out and target. I'm bullish coming into this, but we're going to wait for potentially a pullback into something. Let's get the 15-minute opened up. We do have so much low resistance resting here. We want to see that get taken out first. Beautiful, and we're taking that out. No 30-minute imbalance, really. So just wanted to see it move to sweep all this out. This 2 hour at this point, so if we want to say it's now, what, 9:45, we're going to wait a little longer. Potentially just going to sweep that out first. So we did take out all this low resistance, which is nice. Drawn liquidity was correct. I am thinking we want to go higher. We have an unfilled 5 minute, right? Staying right here. 4 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute. Nothing for imbalances resting right there. Coming into that 5 minute. Okay, I'd use the bathroom. So that 15-minute opened up too. I think this would be my condition. Although it's not bad at all. This 2 hour, which we were coming into, we are respecting actually. We did respect. Let's just keep waiting, be patient. Oh boy, This might be our draw on liquidity now. And I honestly don't doubt it. 15 minutes getting respected. It was a 1 minute inverse. You could have taken off of that. That would have hit a 1-to-1. Down to this round liquidity, yeah. Maybe. I mean, it would have hit a 1-to-1. No, it would have hit full. Now it's 10:25. We're tapping into this 1 hour. This is where we could get a reaction off for this key level. Because now we do have something to go off of. This 15 minute down here, which is what I'm going to be looking at. Yeah, that's nice. We can get rid of this. It's 10:30 around this time now. Fuck, that's a terrible entry. We do have low resistance resting higher. This is a way later in the day trade. All we need is a 1-to-1. Alright, so yeah, off the 1 hour, tapped in that 1 hour, we did sweep that high time frame for value gap. I mean, tapped in the 1 hour, did sweep that 1 hour sell side liquidity. We do have liquidity resting lower, but we also have this stuff resting higher now. I like the idea of this just targeting a 1-to-1. Our risk reward is going to be a little worse. So I'm just targeting a 1-to-1. We're going to do order, market order, buy, the risk 1%. Wow. I don't like that fucking close at all. That's a loss. We came back down and reswept. That trade was later in the day too. The entry would have been 10:55. Probably should have avoided that, but that is fine. The point of this too is understanding like what time did we get in, right? Like, see when is the market actually allow me to really see my setups. We actually came lower into these imbalances. So now we're respecting. We have buy side liquidity. We have buy side liquidity. 4 hour time frame, what do we have? Well, we did tap into all these. We do have that sell side liquidity resting there. Daily, anything on the daily? No. We did just sweep. We do have sell side resting there. I'm thinking we might want to get a pullback higher. We're going to wait for the 15 minute. This 15 minutes is going to tell me a lot. I actually get a sweep. These just get inversed then. These both just got inversed. We did sweep. We could be going for these draws now, low at resting lower. We do have a 1 hour imbalance resting up here. There you go. 1 hour resting right there. Fuck off. Low resistance right here. Low resistance resting here. Low resistance here. I want to see like an inverse. At this point it's just chop, but we do have low resistance resting lower. Finally get that inverse. I don't like the inverse, although it might still play out. I'm thinking price might want to go higher here. I wonder if there was a 4-minute or 3-minute I could have taken. No, at that time we were looking at... No. Where does this play out to? The low resistance draws. It's cool. This would be a no trade day. We can jump to. We actually go lower from there. We did take out these low resistance draws. I say with the 1 hour, 2 hour getting inverse, yeah, we'd probably want to continue lower. Alright, we can go to the daily. Do we have anything in the daily right now? No, not yet. Do we have a 4 hour imbalance resting up here, or 4 hour imbalance right here? No, that's not what I wanted. We do have a 4 hour imbalance that we are respecting. We do have sell side resting here. Bruh. Actually, no, you wouldn't even consider that at 1 hour. That would be actually considered a one that got swept, or no? No. No sweep. We do have sell side rest over here. Hold on, give me a second. We can let this play out. We see a sweep. We're tapping into this 4 hour. Again. We have low resistance resting below us. Yeah, it's absolutely terrible. What a fucking dog shit. hate that. I hate that risk reward, but yeah, we're going lower. Just to come all the way back higher. I think we already saw this day. Because remember that inverse being fucking insane. We'll jump to the next New York Open. Yep. Come up higher, rip lower, to then come up a little higher. Nuts. Fuck off. That did sweep it out. It didn't look like it. Alright. We have the 1 hour. Wait, what day is this? Unemployment. Oh, non-farm payroll. Well, we're skipping this day as well. Fuck. That's annoying. Yeah, non-farm payroll. I'm good. I do not. Non-farm payroll comes out every first Friday of the month, of the new month. So I'm skipping that. This 4 hour already got fucking tapped into again, which it did end up going higher. We do get a move back lower, so maybe it was a good day for non-farm payroll. We do have sell side here now. Sell side here as well. I believe now there's a daily imbalance. There is. We have that daily imbalance that I don't know if we want to come into yet. Fuck off. We can get rid of this because that got swept out. No, that's not what I wanted to do. 4 hour, there's nothing on the 4 hour that I'm really looking at other than this like 4 hour imbalance that's already been tapped into. The 2 hour, we have a 2 hour imbalance right here, but we might want to inverse. We have a 1 hour imbalance that is basically getting inversed. We have this 1 hour buy side liquidity. I'm assuming we'll want to go higher. We're respecting this 1 hour, so I'd be bullish coming into this. I'd want to wait for like a 15-minute retracement into this area. Oh shit, that is a retracement into the area. This one, at least. So we get a retracement of that. Actually, you're getting an inversion. I don't like the risk to reward on this. Is there a 4 minute, 3 minute? Maybe wait for a pullback after this closes. It's actually sweet. We do have low resistance resting here though. We are respecting this 15-minute. We do have the 15-minute resting right here. Is there a 30-minute? There is a 30-minute imbalance that we did respect. I'd be bullish. We do have low resistance resting here, but we also have this gap up here. Yeah, I'm going to enter in on this. I'm going to trust that this baby wants to play out. We're going to do order, market order. We're going to risk 1%. We're going to let this play out. Already not looking too good. Whoa. So you have a stop loss, baby. I think I'm just going to target the 1-to-1. What is that 1-to-1 at? 15-minute imbalance or 30? I don't know what that is in order block. I think this is all we're going to target is just a 1-to-1. Bang. Does it run more? It's got to run more. No. I think this would stop me out. Yeah, that would have been stopped. So that was smart. Really just take the 1-to-1s. That's what I'm focusing on. Like I said, that would be holding all the way to the drawn liquidity, which we just need a small piece of the pie, which we did get there, although it didn't play out too big. So we're back at break even on the account in the month of March. So we're going to go to the next New York session open. So where it's probably going to be a little bit tricky. We have the sell side resting here. We have a lot of low resistance resting sell side. We have that daily, but I don't think we want to go for the daily yet. We have a lot of low resistance resting sell side, which is nice to see. We have low resistance resting buy side as well, so that's something to note too. We're not going to completely throw that out of the equation. Let's look for imbalances. Nothing on imbalances to look at. Like I said, we have that daily, which is resting in between this price area. On the 2 hour, we do have a 2 hour imbalance actually resting right below us. It would be nice if we could see like a pullback into that 2 hour, and maybe we want to go higher. So this could be considered one of my conditions. We also have, what about on the 1 hour? 1 hour imbalance resting right here as well. We have the 1 hour, which is right here. We'll mark this up. 1 hour. We're now on to the March 9th, so this will be a Tuesday, so we're going to be patient here and wanting to see a pullback. And we have the 30-minute imbalance. Nothing that I'm liking to see right now. I want to see is us actually come down lower. We have a lot of low resistance resting sell side on the lower time frame. So we're either going to sweep out that buy side, which is the case. We swept out the buy side. We coming into like a 30-minute imbalance. 1 hour, no 1 hour. 15-minute, no 15-minute. We do have, like I said, all this low resistance, so we could be looking for a move lower, but there is no 15-minute imbalance to go off of. We're going to let this open up a little more. Maybe it wants to push higher. And it does. At this point, it's 10:30, 10:25. Might be a little too late in the day to take a trade. On the 15-minute, is there any imbalances? No. Nothing that I'm seeing. I would like to see a pullback, but I think that this is just going to continue higher and higher for the day. And like I said, market opens and we just push and rip higher. Actually, now it'd be nice. At this point, it's 10:30, 10:35. We would be looking for an inverse, and we'd want to see price after sweeping that drawn liquidity come to rebalance if it wants to go higher. So that's also a maybe. Just 5-minute here, 15-minute here. We look for a 4-minute inversion, 2-minute, 3-minute, 1 minute. Nothing that I'm seeing that I like. At that point, it's already 10:45. We're done for the day. Could catch continuation off of this actually. 100% you could. But like I said, it'd be nice if I would have taken that trade if we had a key level on top of it. Like we swept out those buy side liquidity on the 1 hour, then we also had a key level to go and project off of to come rebalance. And assuming price wants to continue to respect this, we'll actually go higher. At this point, I'd be off the market already. Price respects that 15-minute. Maybe you target up to here for your draw, or you target up to here that we are most likely going to go and hit. Which we do end up hitting. Boom. Nice. Was there a 5-minute inversion here? Actually, yeah. So at 11 o'clock, you could have entered in here. Now I'm not going to personally. 5 minutes usually, 5-minute like inversions usually are weaker that late in the day, and that would have been a 1-to-1. So that's nice to see. And we are coming for what, that 4 hour again, and that daily. The daily was the draw as well, resting right there. We've come into that daily now. Assuming we might want to reject off of it now. So this is going to be tricky. So we'll get rid of this, and we'll jump to the next New York Open. We are filling in deeper on the daily. We have now inversed that 4 hour most likely. We are coming into a 1 hour gap up here, and we also have a 4 hour for value gap up here on top of being inside the daily. We're either going to want to push higher off of this, or off the daily, right? We want to fill deeper into the daily, which we already have hit the middle of it. I'm looking to see a rejection off of this and actually a sweep much lower, because we have all this imbalance price now, which is resting in between here on the 1 hour, 2 hour, and the 4 hour. We have imbalanced price action that I'd like to see. After reacting off, I would like to see price seeking out this round liquidity, which it did, react off of it to then what? Go fill in imbalances and equilibrium potentially in a higher time frame. So 4 hour, that's all we can really look at is these imbalances up here on the 2 hour. There's a 2 hour right there as well, but I'm not really so focused on that. We do have all this low resistance resting sell side. You could say we also have a bunch resting buy side, so it's a little trickier. I'm wanting to see these key levels get tapped into, and I'm wanting to see a move off of that. We do have sell side liquidity resting here. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution type of thing. I'm wanting to see maybe a pullback into a 15-minute to either continue higher. So we're going to let price open up. We might want to go higher. That 15-minute gets respected. We are creating low resistance now. We do have, let's go back. That's annoying as shit. So we tapped into that key level. We're in that daily. We're rejecting off of it now. We do have a 30-minute imbalance that I'd like to see price actually come into. Dude, fuck off. We have that 30-minute imbalance. I think price could go definitely higher to target into those other imbalances, but we also might be just wanting to go lower here. So we're gonna 10:20. We're coming into that 30-minute now. At this point, it's 10:30. 30-minute, we are respecting. We closed inside of it. We hit consequent encroachment. We do have that imbalance. We're seeing right there now. It's 30 minutes outside. I think we want to just go lower depending on this. Is there a 15-minute imbalance to respect off of a 5-minute? There is. If we could get like a 5-minute pullback, we could look for shorts. or not. We do have all this low resistance now resting buy side as well. That 30-minute get respected. And basically, 15-minute. 15-minute got completely filled. So we want to just go lower. At this point, no entry for me, but let's see what price goes for. It's just chop. Alright, well, we're pausing this. We're going to the next day. But, like I said, we'll just look at this, see where price does from here. Consolidated, and then we ended up going higher. So that's really what price gave. Oh my gosh. So what do we see now? So we're reacting off of that daily and the 4 hour that we're inside of right now as well. We didn't hit that 1 hour, but it's this 4 hour. We did just sweep out highs. Now on the 1 hour we have relative equal highs resting here, high here, relative equal highs. We have a 1 hour gap right here that we're playing into coming into the day, which it's tapped a bunch of times. It's just been consolidated into here. We have a lot of imbalanced price resting here, resting buy side too. We have just this 1 hour and equal highs. So I'm gonna wait to see if we can get some type of move off of that. Is there a 15-minute? There is a 15-minute. So we're gonna wait patiently for the 15-minute to see what it does. Fuck off. No inverse on this 15-minute. This would be a Thursday. What was United States JOLTS job openings? We're gonna wait a little bit. One hour gets respected. Assuming we're going for those highs now. No inversion. You could have taken this inversion, but we're going for those equal highs, I'm assuming. Wow, or not. Nothing to really react off of. It's kind of just really consolidated in this range right now. Could wait for like a 5-minute inverse here. Jesus. What would your RR be on this? Not good enough. Tron liquidity is correct though. Yeah, that's just chop. Absolute chop. So we're skipping that day. Tron liquidity was correct. These relative equal highs resting here, which ended up getting tapped. Get rid of this 1 hour because that's been completely used. We actually come all the way up into this 1 hour, 4 hour overnight, and that's what gives us our rejection to come all the way down here. Of course, New York consolidates, and these Asia and London session actually make the big moves. So that's always nice to see. This 1 hour gets used, this 4 hour gets completely used, but we reacted off the 4 hours, so I'm going to keep that on there because why? That's what's pushing us lower, just to keep in mind right now. We do have 4 hour buy side liquidity. I don't think we want to come all the way back up to here. We did come all the way down lower. So you go to the 2 hour. What do we have? We have a 2 hour imbalance. Well, we have 2 hour buy side liquidity. 2 hour buy side liquidity. We have this 2 hour as well. We completely respected this 2 hour. So last same price hit, which pushed us higher. Sell side liquidity, that would be, we're inside of that 2 hour. On the 1 hour, what do we have? Well, we have 1 hour buy side liquidity resting right here. Sell side resting here. Let's wait for one of these to be tapped into. Well, what's that 4 hour inside of as well? The 4 hour got completely inversed. But we respected, so you would think we're bearish because of that 4 hour, but we also respected this 2 hour right here that we're actually pushing off of, coming into this 2 hour now. And this, we have a 1 hour resting right here as well. We have the 1 hour. Gotta wait for price to move a little. So we see a sweep. This would be considered no news Friday. We see a sweep of that drawn liquidity. Tap into an imbalance? No. But we do see a sweep of that drawn liquidity. We have low resistance now. Resting buy side. Is there a 4 minute? Could wait for this 4 minute inverse. Not a great risk reward. Also, before we even enter this, I don't like that we're inside this 2 hour. We do have an unfilled 1 hour resting right above. We do have this drawn liquidity that we swept, but do we want to leave the other one behind, or are we getting a little bit of a pullback? This 15-minute fair value gap just got respected too. You could enter in on this. It's not like blatantly obvious to me, except that we have this low resistance here, but we also have sell side here. We have this draw on liquidity resting. What's their most recent draw on liquidity resting lower? Well, I don't like that I didn't mark that out. That was kind of silly of me. Sell side resting here. This 1 hour we respected. It's tricky. We respected the 30-minute too. Made a 15-minute imbalance here that we also respected again. I'm gonna take this execution. Was there a 5-minute? No. I'm taking this execution. Although I don't like the risk reward. I'm gonna go break even quite quickly here, honestly. I don't like that it's a negative risk reward. Maybe I can get like a small pullback. This is tricky. This gave manipulation. We still have that low resistance. I'm just going to trust it. See what happens. 1%. Execute buy order. We'll go break even pretty quickly here if it gives me the opportunity. We're going to break even. That's a 1-to-1. Boom. Beautiful. Does it go for that full? It does. Immediately rejects off of it. And we go higher, actually. So that's a 1 to 1.33. 1 to 1.33. Beautiful. It's nice to see. That would have been tricky too, but I was bullish just to go towards that buy side liquidity, and maybe we get a reaction now off of that, where you can jump to the next New York market open. Wow. I mean, we go higher and higher. So yeah, that would have played. It probably would have played huge, actually. So I think we have 2 wins, 1 loss right now in the month of March. And it would be March 15th. It's not much trades as we did in February, which is fine. This 2 hour we can get rid of as well. This 2 hour, did it get inversed? It did, so we can get rid of this as well. This 4 hour we're playing back into. I'm assuming we'll want to go higher. We have all that resistance resting up there. I think this might be my last one I do, and then I gotta leave. But I'm gonna come back home later and do some more. We're respecting this 1 hour that we're inside of, so that's something to note. On the 4 hour, nothing as of right now. We're coming back into this 4 hour up here, but I'm more focused not on the 4 hour because we've already tapped into it and completely filled it. I'm more focused on, which I'm going to get rid of it actually for that now. I'm more focused on all these draws and liquidity resting here. So you can go to the 2 hours, or a 2 hour imbalance that we can focus on. I think a tiny one right here. Yeah. She is tiny, but that is a 2 hour imbalance. So we have a 2 hour imbalance right here that we are actually respecting. The 1 hour, what do we have on the 1 hour? A 1 hour as well, that's the 1 hour we were talking about. We have a 1 hour gap right here that we could inverse, and if we inverse that, you know, that's going to tell me, hey, we're probably going for those draws on liquidity, which are resting higher. So we're going to mark this up. Actually, is there something on the 15-minute we can go off of? No. The 30-minute? No. We're going to let this play out a little bit. We have low resistance here. We do sweep out the low resistance, or we tap it into a 15-minute. We tap into this 15-minute. Is there a 30-minute? We tap into the 30-minute again. We're respecting it. We just manipulated these 30 minutes outside right here. So we're looking, like I said, at this 1 hour. If we can inverse that 1 hour, that's going to lead me to be very bullish. So that 1 hour did get inversed. I'm wanting to go higher now. Maybe we can get a small pullback. So that 2 hour gets respected. The 1 hour gets inversed. Very bullish. Those are my conditions. Now, to make sure we can get in at the right time, we have to go on to the 30-minute and the 15-minute and see if we can get something good off of that. Maybe we already missed out on their entry. We'll wait for a slight pullback, hopefully. Or it just goes to our drawn liquidity. Oh, perfect. So the 15-minute imbalance now. No sweep of anything significant, really. We said the 1 hour being respected. It's nice to see we now also have sell side liquidity resting right here. We're retracing to that 15-minute and this 5 minutes, see if it can get respected. Most likely actually wanting to go lower now. We do have failure swing lows. You could enter this, but I think their risk to reward is actually not great. Yeah, no, I don't like that. We're to wait. $15-minute gets inversed. We're getting a retracement into this 5-minute. What am I looking off of that? Is potentially the highest time frame inversion. What time is this? 10:30. So not bad. Look for the 4-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute, 1-minute. We get an inversion on this 1 minute. Potentially get in. Fuck, I missed my entry. That's annoying as shit. Fuck, dude, this is one, oh my. Well, that plays 4. 1-1. Yeah, there would have been 2 trades. We could have won on, I mean, we don't know if it hits yet, but actually get a pullback back up. So that wouldn't have hit. It would have hit for almost a 1-1. At that point, would we be break even already though? At this point, it's quite late in the day. We're gonna pull back into that 5-minute. Is there a 50-minute or 30-minute that we just respected? It's the same 30-minute. We just got the basically another sweep. We're pulling back higher. Do we want to go higher? I don't know. We're gonna pause that. Kind of a choppy day. We're sitting in this range right here. We can go to jump to New York Open. And we do go higher. We actually rip a lot higher. Wow. So this day would now be Tuesday, March 16th. On the 4-hour we do have an imbalance. So I'm going to get rid of this because that's already been swept. On the 4-hour we do have an imbalance pressing right here. 4-hour imbalance. What else do we have? 4-hour sell side liquidity. Stuff up here, but nothing that's too crazy. This 2-hour, which has already been completely filled. We do have sell side liquidity resting here. We have been very bullish too overall, so I'm not saying I want to be bearish right away. I would need something to react off for me to be bearish. 4-hour imbalance, 2-hour imbalance, I got respected. We push higher. What about the 1-hour? We do have 1-hour buy side, which is right here, which has not been swept yet. Very close to being swept. We're to wait for a 5-minute sweep of some sort. Come right into market open. We've just been consolidating higher. We've generated a lot of low resistance resting beneath us. Wait for the sweep of this 5-minute ideally. And we sweep the 5-minute. Are we tapping into any high time frame imbalance? Nope, not there. And nope, not on the 30-minute. So we just are pushing higher and higher. We still have all this low resistance. What day is this? This would be Tuesday. What was the news for the day? Let's look at the calendar. We had retail sales. All right, high impact news for the day. $9:35. This might just be a day where market opens and we just rip higher. I gotta find new draws on liquidity potentially. Fuck off. We just swept out another draw on liquidity that I didn't have marked up, but this would have been a high. Which I'm going to mark up now. $30-minute. imbalance on the 30-minute. 30-minute imbalance resting up here. Maybe we want to come to. We get rid of this one. Fuck off. Any high time frame imbalance. Dude, all this low resistance resting sell side here. Yeah, nothing I'm seeing. Except all this low resistance here. Again, later in the day, we're probably going to go for that buy side up, resting up higher. Or we want to go for this low resistance. Maybe there's an SMT there. This has been a no trade day for me. Yeah, I think I might just call it quits here now. We'll jump to the next day just so when I get back, I can make another video on this. Wow, yeah, we come up, we don't sweep it out, and then we get the move down. So maybe there's an SMT. It's fucking annoying. And it's overnight. We'll go to the 4 hour real quick. Playing into that 4 hour. What about the 2 hour now? 2 hour, we also have some buy side liquidity. We have a 2 hour imbalance up here. 2 hour. I don't know why I'm moving out so far. We can probably bring that in a little more. There we go. We can go to the 1 hour, which would be my next thing, point of interest. We had a 1 hour for value gap here that I don't think got tapped. We have the 1 hour. We also have more buy side resting here. We just have a lot of low resistance now resting above us right here. 2 buy side draws on liquidity on the 1 hour, a 1 hour imbalance that's been unmitigated, another failure swing high, 2 hour fair value gap that's been on left, but we do also, I'm assuming, have a high time frame SMT up here. So, and then we also have this 1 hour gap, which we're playing into. We're going to have 2 1 hour gaps. 1 hour. So you have 2 1 hour gaps. We are respecting what? So we're respecting this 4 hour potentially. We did respect the 1 hour imbalance, which is resting here, which I'm going to mark up just to keep for my narrative. Which is nice to see. We always like to see that. Completely tapped into. Made a resweep. We're pushing higher. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Did say I was going to go until 10:30. It's 10:22. But like I said, so we can look. 2 trades won, 1 total loss. And then we can look at the calendar. We can look at terms of risk to reward. 1 trade. 1 to 1. We look at percentages. Up 2%, down 1%. And then so down 1% for that week. 2 trades this week, up 2%. Already not looking bad. Although this week would have been like no trades so far. But if we can even get, like, ideally, if we, for like each month, get at least 5 to 10 trades around that range. 2 to 3 trades a week, or maybe 1 trade a week, that's fine. So yeah, and you can look at that profit factors 2.08. Average risk reward is a 1-to-1. That's like I said, we're going to target 1-to-1s. 1-to-1s, it's not going to be a specific draw on liquidity, just target 1-to-1s. Over time, then we can start targeting draws on liquidity, but right now I want to focus more on just literally the risk reward. Just target that risk reward for the day. And no partials, because we're not partialing at a 1-to-1, just take out full. So for trades that I've held, a win rate by trade duration, 30 to 60 minutes, 100%. We'll only have 2 sample sizes, right? Win rate by day, Monday, Tuesday. So only 2 trades we've taken are Monday and Friday. Longest loss streak 1. I just really do love this software. So we're going to see, I want to see this curve go up more and more and more. But that's really it. Folders, 21 trades. Account. We're all good. So yeah, I will get this uploaded, and then when I get back home, I want to do some more back testing actually. Ideally I'm home at before 12, and then I can get back home, clean up a little bit, and be home by, just do this for at least 2 hours. 2 to 3 hours and get some more, because I want to finish off the month of March with a good, at least a positive win rate, and then go into the next month with a positive win rate is the goal. But yeah,